Simple vapor compression refrigeration cycle is used for most of the refrigeration purposes, but is some application this in educate because we need very low temperature. As the name said, cascading is very low temperature which is used to prepare store medicine and to prepare low temperature liquids, certain liquid nitrogen and liquid gases. Some industrial applications require moderately low temperature, and the temperature range they involve may be too large for single vapor compression efficient cycle to be practical. So that's why we use a large temperature range. A large temperature range also means a large pressure range in a cycle and a poor performance of the reciprocating compressor. So one way dealing with such situation is to perform the refrigeration process in stages. That is, you have 2 or more refrigeration cycles that operate in series. Such refrigeration cycles are called cascade refrigeration cycles. So this is a 2-stage cascade refrigeration system with same refrigerant in both stages. So you can see this is your first stage and this is your second stage. So what will happen? The evaporator of this cycle will take heat from the condenser of this cycle. So means this is evaporator, this part is evaporator for this cycle, but it will take heat from the condenser of this cycle, and this evaporator will take heat from cold refrigerator space which is at very low temperature. So we use this heat exchanger, and after taking this heat is rejected to the QH, which is rejected to the warm environment. So QL heat is taken and this QL heat is rejected by condenser to this cycle, to this evaporator, and thus total heat QH is rejected to the warm environment. So you can see here these two cycles are in the same dome, means for the same you can see this is the dome where we are using these two refrigeration cycles. Apply the energy balance equation on this heat exchanger, means the heat in which is from here, enthalpy change at here must be equal to enthalpy change at from 2 to 3, means whatever the enthalpy drop from 8 to 5, the same is the enthalpy drop from 2 to 3. So apply this heat energy balance equation, you will get this here mass rate of A H5 minus H8, where mass rate of A is in this A cycle mass rate is Ma, and in this B cycle mass rate is Mb. So from the enthalpy ratio you can know what should be the mass rate of A and what should be the mass rate of B, means they are interrelated. So coefficient of performance is equal to the heats taken, that is refrigerated effect produced, that is H1 minus H4 into Mb, that is this is H1 minus HO4 into Mb. This is the work net of compressor A and this is the work net of the compressor B. So this is the net input to the cycle from 1 to 2, mass rate of B, and enthalpy change from 5 to 6 and mass rate of A. So in this cascade reference shown here, you can see this single dome here. So it means the refrigerant is same. So in cascade reference system shown in figure, the refrigerant in both cycles are assumed to be same, but this is not necessary. However, since there is no mixing taking place in heat exchanger, so you can use a different refrigerant for both the cycles, and you can depending on the what is the temperature requirement, means what is the lowest temperature you have to achieve, and what is the you can say warm environment temperature, and what should be the intermediate temperature. According to you can decide the type of refrigerant, means they can be different. Therefore refrigerants with more desirable characteristics can be used in cycle. In this case there would be a separate saturation dome for each fluid, and TS diagram for one of the cycle would be different. Also in the actual case reference system, the two cycles would overlap somewhat, since the temperature difference between the two fluids is needed to be for any heat transfer phase, means this will little bit overlap. So as here, because if 8 has and 5, this has to you can say take heat, it should be take from the higher temperature, so this will be little bit overlap between this condenser and this evaporator pressure and temperature on this TS diagram. Now you can also see that this much amount of work has decreased due to use of two-stage you can say cascading system. Instead of if you use a single compressor, then the work input here during compression would be very large, because when you move on to this side, so this amount of work is very large as compared to this cascade system. So cascade system will save the amount of work input into the compressor also. Multi-stage refrigeration system. when the fluid used throughout the cascade refrigerant system is same. The heat exchanger between the stages can be replaced by a mixing chamber called a flash chamber. Since it has better heat transfer characteristics, such systems are called multi-stage compression refrigerant system. A two-stage compression refrigerant system is shown in figure. So you can see here, this is your a two-stage compression refrigerant system with a flash chamber. From 1 to 2 your first compressor, from 2 to 9 this is your mixing chamber, and from 9 to 4 this is second stage compressor, and then from 4 to 5 is your condenser, then 5 to 6 is expansion valve. So here is the flash chamber at this 6 point. So the from flash chamber part of the refrigerant will go to at this side at H3 enthalpy, and the part will go for the expansion, means which will go to the 7, and then it will again go further back to evaporator. Now in the flash chamber you can see here only the liquid part will go to the next expansion valve, means whatever vapor part here in the flash chamber, that will go to the intermediate stage compression for the further compression. So in this system the liquid refrigerant expand in first expansion valve to the flash chamber pressure, which is the same as the compressor intermediate pressure. So means liquid will flash, and whatever the vapors they will go for the intermediate stage, and whatever the liquid that will go for further expansion. Part of the liquid vaporized during this process, this saturated vapor state 3 is mixed with the superheated vapor from the low pressure compressor state 2, and the mixture enters the high pressure compressor at state 9. This is in essence a regeneration process. The saturated liquid state 7 expands through the second expansion valve into the evaporator, where it picks up heat from the refrigerator space. The compression process in this system resembles a two-stage compression with intercooling and compressor work decrease. Care should be exercised in the interpretation of the area of the TS diagram. So from 2 to 9 you can also see this as intercooling, because 2 to 9 your temperature is decreasing. So for the second stage compression you need to do less amount of work in the second stage. Compressor had to do less work, and this 2 to 9 is also resembles a intercooling stage. We will take a two-stage refrigerant cycle with a flash chamber. Consider a two-stage compression refrigerant system operating between pressure limits of 0.8 and 0.40 megapascal. The working fluid is a refrigerant R134A. The refrigerant leaves the condenser as a saturated liquid and is throttled to a flash chamber operating at 0.32 megapascal. Part of refrigerant evaporates during the flashing process, and this vapor is mixed with the refrigerant, leaving the low pressure compressor. This mixture is then compressed to a condenser pressure by a high pressure compressor. The liquid in flash chamber is throttled to evaporator pressure and cools the refrigerant space as it vaporizes in the evaporator. So this is your here flash chamber. So part of the, so this is the first expansion, this is second expansion, this is first stage of compression from 1 to 2, then from 2 to 3 it is cooled, and from 3 to 4 it is again compressed. So this 9 point you can see here two streams are coming, from 3 it is coming, and from 2 you can say refrigerant is coming. When they mix up you will get the, you can say 9. So from 2 1 unit of you can say, so say x6 is the amount of vapor coming from this side, and from here 1 minus x6 means this much amount of vapor will come from 2 unit side, from this side 2 point, and at this second stage compression you had to complete total 1 unit of refrigerant, means that is the mass flow rate what we assume at H9. Again for the second stage compression you will get total 1 unit of the refrigerant. So point A, the fraction of refrigerant that evaporate as is throttled to the flash chamber is the quality at state 6, which is, so first we have to find x6, means we have to find the x6 here at this point, or we have to find, so we will find it with the, so this can be calculated same as in the case of enthalpy. If you know enthalpy of the fluid, HH, this is the, you can say liquid, so HF is the enthalpy of the liquid, and at 6 point you had the, at 6 enthalpy is at 6, and this is the total line, this is Hg, here you had the gas, pure gas, here you have the pure fluid, so it is this total line represent your HFG. So this quality of you can say refrigerant, the quantity of refrigerant which is x6 is equal to S6 minus HF by HFG, which is 0.249 kg for per unit mass flow of the refrigerant. If refrigerant mass flow is considered 1 unit, the amount of heat removed from refrigerant space and the compressor work input per unit mass of refrigerant flowing the condenser are. So this is the amount of heat removed from the refrigerator space. So as we know, X6 mass is moved on this side, so 1 minus X6 mass will move on this side. So H1, this enthalpy, you can say heat effect produces H8 minus H1 into 1 minus X6, which is calculated here and comes out as 146 kilojoule per kilo. Now what is the work input? That is this stage plus this stage, means H2 minus H1 into 1 minus X6 plus H4 minus H1. So this is the total work input of two compressors. The enthalpy at state 9 is determined from energy balance equation. So this 9, as we are already discussed, this is the mixing chamber. So here you can apply energy in is equal to energy out, means 1 unit of mass is going out into H9 is equal to X6 into H3 plus 1 minus X6 into H2. So this you will get here 255 kilojoule per kilogram. So work in compressor is equal to this one 1 minus 0.2049, which is X6. So this is enthalpy value. So as you know, S9 is equal to 0.9416. Thus enthalpy at state 4 means at this point, and 0.8 megapascal. S4 is also equal to S9. So H4 is equal to 274. After solving, you will get this work input. So now coefficient of performance is, you can say, cooling effect produced divided by total work input of the compressor, which is 4.47. So this is up to here the two-stage compression efficiency cycle. Subscribe this channel, like this video, and thank you for watching this video.